So sticking with higher level 5.1 abstract data structures. Now we actually move into abstract data structures. Thinking recursively really isn't anything to do with abstract data structures. Abstract data structures, we're moving toward stacks and queues, lists, and trees. But snuck in here is the characteristics of a two-dimensional array. This is pretty straightforward. Okay, so back over to NetBeans, and we'll do a new class, CodeCamp two-dimensional arrays. And this is probably an easier thing for you to do for your dossier, frankly, than recursion or the ADTs. So new class, we'll call this with 2D array. All right, so the way you declare a two-dimensional array is as follows. We'll go int array with 2 dimensions. Call it 2D array of something. Assign new int. Yeah, maybe I think this used to be in the standard level curriculum, and now it's only in higher level. So yeah, this is a really good thing to throw in a new dossier. So we'll just do a very simple one: 2 rows by 3 columns. So we're giving it 2 dimensions. And we can do it like you see here, the old-fashioned way. But we can also do it. Let's do it with a couple of loops. Let's go for int 0 0 less than 2 for the number of rows. I plus and for each row of our 2 rows, we're going to do 3 columns. So for int j. And here's where we will have Photoshop help us a little bit. I want a 3-dimensional array, so I will have like 2, 66, 34, and then here's 2 rows and 3 columns. Right? That's what I'm trying to accomplish. So right now I'm looping through the columns. Column, column, column. And then I go to the outside and I make the I go to 1, so I'm doing column, column, column for the first of the arrays, of the rows. Maybe I can use this. So this is, in terms of columns, column 0. This is column 1. And this is column 2. Meantime, I've got rows 0 and 1. So each inner loop, I'm looping through the columns. Column 0, 1, 2, column 0, 1, 2. And each outer loop, I'm switching from a row to a row. And each time, we'll ask the user. Let's do a B reader. And we'll go sout. And we're going to need to parse it. And instead of calling them I and J, let's change them to be row and column. So I is going to be row 0, as long as we're less than row 2. In other words, row 0 and 1. Row plus plus. And in the inner loop, it's the columns. We'll do COL for column. And there are 3 columns. So 0, 1, and 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to place in our 2D array row comes before column each time, or always. Row column is going to be assigned integer.parseInt our br.readline. Add the throws. And after we're done that, we'll loop through them and print them out. So I'm going to sout a divider. I'm going to take my same looping structure, copy, and I'm going to sout well, for each, actually I don't want to print line, I just want to print them across, so I'm going to print and then do a space, print, do a space. I'm going to system.out_print, adding a space. So take away the ln, and I'm going to print out the 2D array, row, call, plus just a space. And each time I've finished my inner loop, working my way across, then I'm going to do a print line to go to a new row. So at the end of every outer loop, I'm simply going to sout, which will give me my new row. We'll run this, and then I'll trace it, and then that'll be it for 2D arrays. So I'm going to do these numbers, 266, 34. It's going to keep on asking me for the second row, 333.92. And when I press enter, I'll see my two-dimensional array. And without tracing through the construction, I think if I trace through the printing out of it, it'll make sense to you that the outer loop starts with row being 0. But the very first thing that happens when we get inside the outer loop is we inner loop. So we're at row 0. What are we doing? We're looping through basically 3 times. 0, 1, 2. For the columns. 0, column 1, column 2. 0, column 1, column 2. And then when I finish doing the one row by looping through the columns, and what are we printing out? Well, we're printing out row 0, column 0 to begin with. Then column goes up by 1, so row 0, column 1. Row 0, column 1 is going to be row 0, column 1 is going to be that, and that's row 0, column 2 is going to be that. 0, column 2, which is going to be that. Then when we're finished the inner loop, going across like that, we print line, and we keep on going. So, not to belabor two-dimensional arrays, it is in the higher level curriculum. We didn't cover it. That's it in 7 minutes. If you have a table, basically you're using a two-dimensional array, and you can claim credit in terms of the complexity and ingenuity. You can claim credit for using a GUI table that you're going to have to loop through the rows and columns. We've done that at least once, and we'll do it certainly more as we get ready to program for the dossier. But yeah, tables, and in fact, let's just write that so you're absolutely clear if you keep this, and I'll give this to everybody, I'll give the Code Camp project to everybody. For you, the GUI table of Java it's your main 2D situation. And you may come up with another one, but that's what we mean by 2D arrays. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like in 5.1.4 I've just linked to other stuff, and hopefully all the links are fine. construct algorithms using two-dimensional arrays, we basically did both of those. Characteristic of a two-dimensional array, it's 2D. It's a matrix. It's rows and columns. An algorithm, we just did it.